Hello guys, it's me again. It's been a long time since I posted my last video, and I just want to share that I have COVID positive, and there's a lot of things happened since I posted my last video. For example, China has been totally reopened. Basically, no place requires you to scan those dumb QR codes anymore. And we are actually experiencing a legitimate pandemic. Yes, after 3 years since the pandemic starts, it's finally here. And basically everyone around me have at least positive once. And so that there's a lot of debate on this area, and I'm not a medical professional, so it's just my thoughts. It's not scientific, and of course it's not a doctor-ish. If you have anything going on, you're feeling uncomfortable, you have to ask the doctor to go to the proper hospital and ask for advices from a licensed doctor. Yeah, so I watched a video this morning, and it is purposely been made into makes you fear of the virus itself. Basically, it quotes a paper from the Nature magazine, and it says that the coronavirus can hide in your body for like months, and suddenly just came out and leads to severe consequences. And I think this is not a unique thing, right? Because I think a lot of virus or bacteria or fungus does that. The human being is actually living with tens of thousands of those microbiotics each day, and the virus is a special one because it's a kind of thing that is not a creature. How to say that? The virus is kind of a life format between a thing that is dead and alive, right? Because it can be both dead and alive, I guess, just like shedding a cat. And to me, what's the most intriguing is the mathematics that he is trying to make us to believe in the particular video. The method of Ebola, AIDS, and COVID are really similar, he meant, basically. He made an example that an outbreak of Ebola in Africa, the number 0 patient is actually a patient that survived the Ebola virus. And so he just make this example and compares with the Nature magazine's paper, which indicates that there's also a lot of people who think they have already recovered from COVID-19, that actually the researchers have found COVID-19 virus inside of their body even after the patient has already recovered. So in the past, people believe that the coronavirus is kind of a pneumonia, will lead to pneumonia, which means maybe this kind of virus will only live in your lungs and throats. But this research result seems that it's more complicated than that. Even after your immune system have successfully secured your lungs and throats, kill the virus there. The virus can be like literally anywhere in your body. It can be in your brain, it can be in your thighs, literally all over you. And those viruses can be like a tick bomb to be explode at any time, and which is really horrifying, because if, for example, let's say if the immune system suddenly start to attack the viruses in your brain, then you are going to have a major problem, because brain is such an important place, and if there is a immune reflection inside your brain, then you might lose some like very basic feature on your body, and even endanger your life. And you could have clog in your brain, and it is very bad. So yes, I think maybe just maybe COVID-19 is way worse than we are thought. But also I think zero COVID is not the solution we are going to take, because the nature is always pushing you forward. It's not because of zero COVID is bad. From the human health standpoints, zero COVID is the best solution for humans to protect themselves from the virus. But the fact is, because the virus is so contagious, it's basically impossible for a certain region to, stand up against the virus itself, because it's basically cannot be isolated. It spreads so easy and so fast that sooner or later everybody is going to get it. And I heard the rumors that the Chinese government stops zero COVID is not because some idiot kids protesting on streets, although I admire their courage. I have already spoken on that. It's because even though the most strict quarantine policy has been executed in this particular land, the spread of the virus is still haven't been stopped yet. So this is really a thing that if China can do it, the rest of the world can't do it. Even if China do it, it doesn't work, then it perhaps just don't work. And the economy is really fragile. It's way fragile than those officials might think. So maybe for China, it's time to really get back to this process of natural picking. Yeah. So it's a sad story to tell, but I think at least, while if we are both mentioning how bad this virus is and how much we cannot fight against this virus, I hope this raises some consciousness, from people's heart, that, fight against nature is a really stupid thing to do, because we can't change nature. Even if with all the technology and medicines we have, we are still very fragile, the human beings, and can be easily wiped from the earth just because some really small virus particles. And yes, that's what I thought. And I mean, if there's another if this virus is made by some human, it would just makes it more hilarious, because, well, we are literally eating our own shit. That is not an analogy, right? And I hope this virus is nature born, but honestly, I will not comment on that. because I really have no idea how a virus can maybe be made. Maybe gene editing and things. These things are so so deep for me. So I won't comment on that. Yeah. So this is basically all what I said. Just we have to realize how bad the virus is. Just don't blindly take off your mask, right? And stay healthy, stay clean, stay clean, stay social distancing, and maybe this will be the new normal, for the future of human society, to live with COVID, because the COVID is such a successful virus. Yeah, so basically, and hope you, the viewer, currently viewing this video, can stay healthy all along the way. Go exercise outside, don't become fat like I am. Eat vitamins, eat fruits, and get out of the sun. It helps you to build up your immune system, and I think human will survive this. We have stayed on Earth for thousands of years. Surely there's way much worse scenarios, way much worse viruses we have dealt with. And if we get along nicely with nature, then nature will repay us. And anyway, stay healthy and hard work. I guess that's all the things we can do, actually. And yeah, good luck, everybody.